number one thing when you have a business is your marketing. Everybody always have a tendency to think that once you open up a business door, everybody's going to come to you. But you have to actually let them be aware of who you are, what you're offering, and direct them to actually come to you. Now we can go back to our saying of the 1 minute man. The 1 minute man is a statement where they said that once you spend enough money on marketing and the customer comes through the front door, that if you treated them right the first time, they would always come back and you get repeat customers. So you have to definitely dive into marketing. You have to take a lot of the resources that you have to reinvest back into the business, into marketing, because that's the number one thing. Because without people knowing who you are, obviously they're not going to come and support you. You could have the best, for example, the best meal ever, the most delicious steak you could ever have in the world. But without marketing, nobody would know, and without word of mouth, no one would know. So the first thing you have to look at is your marketing. The second thing you have to look at is, goes back a little bit further when you're just about to start your business, you have to look about your locations. When you're looking at a location where you want to open up, you have to look at your demographics. If you want to cater to Spanish, black, white, or whatever ethnic group you are, how many of those are within that area, or if you're going to cater to all of them. So that's another part that a lot of people never look at when they don't look at the demographics. Because if you open up in a primarily black neighborhood, they buy certain items, then versus in another neighborhood where they would not buy those items. If you want to look at a more better idea, if you look at Walmart, for example, in one area, Walmart would have a certain type of clothes that they would have in that store, and you can't find that exact same patterns or that type of clothes in the next store because they are demographically making sure that what they're marketing to the people is what the people would spend their money on. The next thing you have to do after that, you have to look at your business profit and loss. You have to see what is profitable for the business and what is not profitable for the business. Because what happens is that you're spending the money on marketing, you're spending the money on the products you're buying, you're spending the money on, the different areas that you're thinking that the business will make you more profit, but it's actually wasting money in certain areas. You might have 2 copy machines when you only need 1, for example. So you have to do your profit and loss, you have to do your daily books on it. If it depends on what type of business you have. If you have a restaurant, you have to know how much food came in, how many food went out, what you sold it for, so if you know you have any waste, or if you have somebody actually stealing money from your business. So you have to do it on a daily basis. Any business owner has to know that they're the first one in and the last one out, and they have to be committed to it. Most of all, you can't be afraid. You can't have the fear. You need to actually gather knowledge from the people around you. Even if it's good knowledge or bad knowledge, everybody's opinion matters because you are the person that is actually servicing those people. So if you're going to service those people, you're listening to what they're actually saying to you, then you know how to market to them and how for them to come to you and support your business. Next part about it, you have to be totally honest with your customers. If you're honest with your customers, friendly with your customers, and you're very open with a person or your customers, once a customer sees that within you, they know you have built a trust. So now they want to support you also. Then you have to plan out. Nothing happens overnight. So if you open a business today, it takes about 3 years for it to break even. After that, on the 5th year, you're supposed to start showing a profit. And now it is established. And then by 10 years' time, you said, all right, you know what? This location is successful. How do I expand on that location? So now you have different arenas of how to expand in it. If you work hard on building your credit, paying yourself during the year, you're doing your books and you're keeping the proper records and so forth, then you can get a business loan. One of the best places to get a business loan from is small business loans. The company or the government institution has existed from the Great Depression. They're there to help small business people to grow. You can do a business plan and so forth and go to them, and with the right credit, the right income, and the right business plan, they will even help you buy a property so you can move your business from paying rent to invest to an investment which is better for yourself, or at the same time they will give you money to buy products, equipment, and so forth. The interest rate is always great because it's a 3.75% interest rate over a 30-year plan. Yes, it's like buying a home. But if you pay it off before that and you go back to them, now you have built a great business partner, because a lot of businesses don't have resources out there to be able to get towards financial needs for them to build their business, because there's not many companies out there that will lend you money towards your business. So one of the best ones is a small business. Once you have reached your 10 years, now you want to start to go into the different arenas of trying to say, okay, I want another location and another location, and start building that location. Being said that, when you're forming your company, you have to make a decision if you want an INC or LLC. They are different. LLC is as if you have your own company and you have a business in your own name and using your own social security. It's just that this now shows that you have a company name and a tax ID. Or you can go with a S corp. S corp is where most companies go. If you want to think that, if you think you want to say, okay, my company is going to be big, I want to be the next Domino's Pizza. So now you can sell shares and stocks and so forth, but they do call that double taxation. And that's a whole different subject if we get into that arena. But as I said in the beginning, the most of all is your marketing. Always go back to the core of your business, and that's how you get to get people in, because you have to market to them.